MIT engineers have turned spinach plants into sensors that can detect explosives. The signals are sent wirelessly to a simple handheld device like a smartphone. This invention could help replace the dangerous and difficult traditional demining methods. The spinach plants were nano-engineered to detect chemical compounds known as nitroaromatics, often used in landmines and other explosives. If the groundwater absorbed by the plant is contaminated by those chemicals, the plant leaves emit a fluorescent signal that can be read with an infrared camera. For this study, scientists attached sensors for nitroaromatic compounds to the leaves of spinach plants. They applied a solution of nanoparticles to the underside of the leaf. The nanoparticles were placed in a layer known as the mesophyll, which is where most photosynthesis takes place. They also attached carbon nanotubes that emit a constant fluorescent signal that serves as a reference. And to read the signal, the researchers point a laser onto the spinach leaf, which causes the nanotubes in the leaf to emit near-infrared fluorescent light. The light can be detected using a small infrared camera connected to a small computer. Smartphones can also be able to detect the signal if their infrared filter is removed. With this method, the researchers are able to pick up the signal from about 1 meter or 3 feet away, but they're now working on increasing that distance. This study is one of the first demonstrations of what scientists call plant nanobionics. Originally, the scientists worked on a plant routinely used in laboratories called Arabidopsis thaliana, but the researchers wanted to use a more common plant like spinach in order to demonstrate the versatility of this technique. The challenge here was to prove that this technique can be applied to any living plant. Scientists wish to combine plant-living organisms like plants with man-made materials. They believe that with the help of electronic materials, biomaterials like plants can be commanded to do things that plants don't ordinarily do. Nano-engineered plants could be used not only to change color, but also to perform many different tasks, like receiving radio signals from afar. Among other engineered spinach plants are ones able to detect dopamine, which is known to influence plant root growth. What makes plants so efficient is that they're very sensitive and responsive to their environments. Plants can detect an upcoming drought long before we do. They can detect small changes in the properties of soil and water potential. Scientists wish to have access to those sensors, so it could help them better study plants. They could learn how plants work on the inside, and even be able to monitor their growth and health. They could also harvest rare compounds synthesized by plants that could be used in cancer treatment drugs. In the future, researchers and scientists hope to use those chemical signaling pathways in order to communicate with plants. They could even teach them to notify us about any unusual changes. In terms of practicality, we could also replace artificial and tricky sensors. And in the case of precision agriculture, gardeners and farmers could use the sensors to monitor plant health and improve their crop yield and margins. What are other things we could use plants for one day?